Viewers, finally, the US Department of Justice has started leaking Jeffrey Epstein's files, and the things that are now coming to light have left everyone disturbed. An American president who used to eat the flesh of children, and this is not something from the distant past. I am not going to tell you about 50 or 100 years ago. This is a story being told about a recent American president who not only sexually abused little girls, small girls, but also used to drink their blood and eat them. Along with this, friends, Narendra Modi's name is also appearing in this. The names of very prominent people are appearing in this. Before this, there were only speculations and guesses, but now it has been revealed that Jeffrey Epstein's clients include names that live around you, whom you see on television daily, whose words and news you listen to. So, in this video, you will find many shocking stages. Hold your hearts and watch this video. Friends, first of all, who is this Jeffrey Epstein? Understand that this man was an American billionaire, a huge financier, and the world's most dangerous child trafficker. From 1990 to 2019, this man used to traffic small girls, 13, 14, 15-year-old girls. He had a private island which people named Little Street. James. He had a private jet which people named the Lolita Express. And who used to be with this man on this jet and on this island? Friends, American presidents, people from the British royal family, Hollywood stars, huge tech billionaires, and world leaders. In 2008, this man is caught. He is called a sex offender, but powerful people saved him. He only stayed in jail for 18 months. Then, in 2019, he is caught again, and federal sex trafficking charges are brought against him. And then, on 10th August 2019, he is found dead in a New York jail. It is said that he committed suicide. When asked, but there are cameras in his cell, in his jail, it was said, "Sir, the cameras malfunctioned, they went bad, and the guards fell asleep." The world said Epstein didn't kill himself, he was killed. And from that day until today, for years, no one released his files. Now, you might be thinking, what is this file? Friends, Epstein kept data on every client. He kept their video recordings, information about them, and records of who availed his services and when. November 2025. Viewers, why weren't the files being released? This was a big question at that time. In November 2025, a law was passed, the Epstein Files Transparency Act. It passed with 427 votes against 1. This law stated that the Department of Justice, known as the DOJ, must release everything, make it public to the people, emails, photos, videos, court records given by Epstein, everything. Then President Trump, who was himself promising during his presidential campaign that I will release everything as soon as I become president, finally signed this law on 19th November 2025. But in December 2025, the law was passed, but the files were not being released. In January 2026, what I am going to tell you is only 1% that has been released. Friends, such a bipartisan backlash occurs, Democrats and Republicans both get furious. The whole world is shocked that if only the release or leak of 1% of the Epstein files has caused such destruction, just think if the entire Epstein file is released, what kind of righteous faces will be exposed. Viewers, finally, 30th January 2026, this is a matter of 2 or 3 days ago, the Department of Justice, DOJ, finally released a very large segment, 3.5 million pages, approximately 35 lakh pages, 180,000 images, photos, and over 2,000 videos. And what was inside has shaken the world. Friends, now I will show you the document that has gone most viral. The screenshot of the document is before you. The document ID is also before you. This is a sworn testimony, which you call an affidavit, given under the fictitious name Tiffany Doe so that the girl's identity is not revealed. The date is 18th June 2016. In this affidavit or testimony, it is written, I will read it out to you. She writes, that person is saying, I personally heard. I saw Donald Trump telling a girl, who was the plaintiff complainant, telling the plaintiff that she should not open her tongue mouth. If she doesn't want to disappear like that 12-year-old girl, she will have to keep her mouth shut. It further writes, and he is capable, he can kill the girl's entire family. Listen closely. This affidavit was formally submitted in court. This is not a random accusation. This is called sworn testimony, which is under penalty of perjury. Meaning, you formally stand in court and take an oath. If you lie, you can go to jail for it. What else was written in this testimony? Listen. Tiffany Doe says that she was Epstein's employee from 1990 to 2000. Her job was to recruit underage, young girls for Epstein's parties. And she says, I personally witnessed the physical brutality and savagery happening with those girls. And they were small girls. At whose hands? Who was doing it? At the hands of Mr. Trump and Mr. Epstein. Trump was doing this work, and Epstein too. I am not saying this on my own, the document is before you, visible on the app, you can read it yourself. She writes further, I personally witnessed 4 such occasions, 4 sexual encounters where the plaintiff, the woman who is the complainant, was forced to have intercourse with Trump, including the 4th of these encounters. Mr. Trump himself. The next word I am not reading in English because YouTube bans such words. You know how powerful these people are, friends. It is written in English, but I am translating it into Urdu Hindi for you, that with the 4th girl, Trump formally committed sexual abuse rape, even though she was repeatedly pleading to Trump to please stop. The complainant, the plaintiff, her name is Jane Doe. She was 13 years old at the time, friends. And there is another girl, Maria, who was made to disappear. She was 12 years old. Friends, I am stating all this because these are official US documents. These are court records, and this is now part of the public document. The DOJ, the Department of Justice, has also given a statement that some documents might contain unfounded claims, uncertain. Trump has denied these allegations. The case was withdrawn in 2016, taken back, and it was said that the plaintiff complainant, the girl filing the case, received threats. But the documents appearing now are telling a different story. Now, viewers, another deeply shocking, earth-shattering document comes to light. This is an internal email thread. An email was forwarded by an NYPD detective. Where is that detective from? The NYPD Detective Bureau. I won't read the English ahead. He is a detective from the Task Force for Child Sexual Abuse and Trafficking, sending them from one country to another. And what is written in this email? An interview with a purported male victim. Meaning, this time it is not a girl, this time the victim is male, a man. An agent interviewed him on 27 August 2019. And the claim the victim made is astonishing. Friends, he was on Epstein's yacht. Epstein had a very large, magnificent boat where he used to host parties. The year was 2000. That man was present on that yacht at that time. On that yacht boat, Trump and Melania, Trump's wife, were also present. Remember, Trump and Melania's marriage happened in 2005. Before that, they were either dating or boyfriend-girlfriend. Now he says that Epstein, who is Trump's friend and a huge sex offender, raped him right there while standing. That man says Bill Clinton also raped him. Just think about the heart-shaking revelations that are coming out. Listen further. He says George Bush Sr. also raped him. The former President of America, George Bush Sr., who died in 2018, former US President. But that is not all, friends. Another story is written in this email. Listen ahead. This is not just surprising to me, my hair is standing on end. I might not be able to tell this. Listen further. He writes that on this yacht, he sees African American men, black men. What were they doing? They were having sex with white blonde girls who were, now listen ahead, I am not hiding any words, who were bleeding during intercourse, blood was coming out. Listen further. He writes that the sexual abuse committed against him was basically a ritualistic sacrifice. It was part of some specific satanic worship in which, along with raping him, his toes were being cut off. Ahead is the final point, friends, which has shaken the entire social media and news media. And you must listen to this while holding your heart, especially those who have children. He writes, what does he see? Those children who were dismembered and their intestines were removed. I am quoting directly. Why were they removed? Listen. Dismember means to cut their limbs. Why were they cut? Because they were cooked and fed to the guests. I am not saying this myself. I am placing documents before you. I am quoting directly. It is an official FBI document. What did the FBI say on this claim? They wrote, meaning they feel we think we cannot investigate this further. This is a lot. Modi, 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 Modi. What was the advice given? The advice was dance and sing. And what benefit would the American president get from Modi's dancing and singing? In the end, it was written it were. So now this matter will become even darker. What benefit did the American president get from Modi Sahib's dancing and singing? And what was that benefit that Modi Sahib wanted to take from there by dancing and singing? Now look here, June 2025 and 26, 2017, Modi met Trump in Washington. Between July 4th and 6th, 2017, Modi went to Israel. For the first time, an Indian Prime Minister visited Israel. Then, 9th July 2017, Epstein wrote this email. The Indian Opposition Congress Party has basically threatened regarding this. Extremely shameful. Narendra Modi's name has reached the Epstein files regarding how Narendra Modi danced and sang with Jeffrey Epstein. They are asking, brother, what was Modi dancing and singing for, and what benefit did Trump get from this? Now, the opposition is formally going to raise an outcry over this. Now, for India, especially within India, I will say this is going to be a very big problem for the Modi government. Another name is also appearing, a very big name, friends, Anil Ambani. This is Mukesh Ambani's brother, the billionaire man of the Reliance Group. He was also in contact with Epstein from 2017 to 2019. Meaning, you see that very big names from India are also appearing here. Friends, these documents are now public. In India, in Pakistan, all over the world, people are reading this document with their own eyes. Now I am going to state an important point. The Department of Justice has said that we are fully compliant, meaning we are ready to act on this. The entire files have been identified. 6 million, what was released, was 3.5 million. Where is half the file? Here, the Democratic Congresswoman Julie Johnson has said that drip-feeding the Epstein files isn't transparency, it's a cover-up. Basically, keeping the remaining files hidden is a cover-up. California Congressman Robert Garcia has said that Donald Trump and his DOJ have made it clear they intend to withhold roughly 50% of the Epstein files, and they are in violation of the law. Friends, now 56% of Americans are disapproving of this method of Trump. They are saying that Trump should bring the rest of the files forward. Now, after the release of the files, the House Oversight Committee has summoned Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. For what? To give testimony interrogation. What answer have the Clintons given? They say, you cannot legally summon us. They have dug in their heels. Friends, January 2021, 2026, the House Oversight Panel voted that charges of contempt of Congress should be applied to Bill Clinton. The same charge should be applied to Hillary Clinton. If the full House vote passes, the DOJ can start prosecution against both. And the Clintons are going to get stuck in a very big difficulty. Now, there is a fundamental question here, a very deep point: why are these files released right now? This is very important. Look, Trump promised in the 2024 election that I will release everything. Then, after coming to the White House, he tried to block it. Speaker Mike Johnson also delayed it. And now, Trump's own Department of Justice, which comes under him, released the files containing Trump's own name without asking Trump. Some analysts are making a very dangerous claim. They say Trump has lost control of his administration. His own Department of Justice is no longer protecting him. By releasing the files, someone is sending a message to Trump. Trump himself wrote on Truth Social in July 2025. They have exposed the Epstein files, just as he controlled himself in July 2025. And at such a moment, the release of this file, and that too by his own department? Some are saying this is a transparency act, but no, friends. Time will tell you very soon that if Trump does not attack Iran for some more time, then Israel. Why? Because basically, Epstein was an Israeli agent. Elon Musk himself says this. He was nurtured by Netanyahu. Why did he do all those things? Why did he keep everyone's recordings? Why did he keep recordings of all these American presidents, of their dirty deeds? Then he would blackmail them. Israel would get its work done. And if Trump does not attack Iran right now at Israel's behest, then Trump could get stuck in trouble. I would like you to give your opinion on this as well. Tell me in the comments section. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz, God protect you.